Welcome to LifeBites Mindful Mondays. I'm life, business, and energy coach Nina Bosky. And in today's grounding session, we're going to help you get centered, cleared, and connected. Let's get started. Take a nice big deep breath. From the base of your spine down to the center of the earth. You're going to create a grounding cord in the form of a tree trunk. You can use whatever tree trunk you'd like. A maple, an oak, a redwood, a palm tree, whatever works for you. And take the roots of that grounding cord and really anchor yourself to Mother Earth, to yourself, to your essence, to who you are. And let's start to release everything that no longer serves you. Letting go of the past. Take a nice big deep breath. Letting go of the future. Take a nice big deep breath. Well, let's say hello to the here and now. Come into present time in this moment. And now, about 2 feet out, you're going to create a circle of light all around you. And in that circle of light is a circle of yellow roses that represents your true sunshine spirit. Where your personality and your higher self are working hand in hand. A circle of pink roses around you that represent love and compassion for yourself as well as the outside world. And now let's create a circle of red divine roses all around you, protecting you from anything that is not of your own energy and your own light. Everything goes on the outside of your space except for you. I claim me. I claim my own energy. I am healing in my own energy. Take a nice big deep breath. Come up to the 6th chakra right between the brow. About 2 feet out, you're going to put your life on your movie screen or your reading screen. So just imagine that your life is on this screen today. You are the observer of your life. You are not becoming the energy. You are watching the energy. Say hello to your opportunities this week. Whether they're within work or your relationships and your personal relationships. Some you're aware of, some you're not even aware of yet. Say hello to the week. Say hello to your healing within the week. We're focusing on progress, not the problem. Healing, supporting, nurturing. Say hello to your challenges. What challenges do you have? Can you become more neutral to your challenges? you have fun with your challenges? Can you heal your challenges? And now let's say hello to your beautiful blessings. Beautiful blessings. Life is filled with so many blessings. Can you heal your life by focusing on your blessings? And now let us check in. Physically, I'd like you to scan your body. Just tune into your physical body and ask yourself, how do I feel physically? How do I feel physically? Don't try to change it, just become aware. If there's any dis-ease or discomfort, give it a golden light. Green energy for healing the physical body, pink energy for loving the physical body. Let's all give ourselves a little bit of green energy mixed in with this beautiful pink energy. As the gold and green and pink energies bathe and heal your entire body. And now let us affirm in our physical body health, vitality, strength, and flow. Health, vitality, strength, and flow. Take a deep breath. And come up to the center of your head. Create a golden light in the center of your head, getting bigger and brighter, flushing out the energies of the mind, the mental energies. You're clearing the slate of your mind. Envision that golden light, big and bright, flushing out any anxiety energy, any incoherence, any fogginess. Let's allow the mind this week to have more of a break. And that we're calming and healing the toxicities of the brain, the ego, the mind. We're just giving a break to the mental energies. And yet, we can affirm in our mental mind that we are alert, receptive, productive, and present. Let's really mock this up this week to be as present as possible. Breathing in life, letting go of anything that is not of this moment. Let's affirm one more time. I am alert, receptive, productive, and present. Take a nice big deep breath. Let's breathe in one more deep breath all the way up to your crown chakra. And all the way back down to the bottom of your belly. And back into your heart space. Let's open up those energy centers one more time, all the way up to your crown chakra. And all the way back down to the bottom of your belly. And back into your heart space. Say hello to your heart. Say hello to your feelings, your emotions. And just take the temperature of what you're feeling in this moment. Keep it simple, happy, sad, excited. You may have a variety of feelings. Just take a moment and become aware. And now, let's intentionalize our emotions for this week. We're creating our energetic intentions. So I'd like you to tune in to what it is you'd like to focus on in your own healing this week. It might be in the area of relationships, someone on the outside world or within yourself. What is it you need to heal? And how do you need to feel? Now I'm going to affirm 3 energetic intentions for you, and you can add a mantra, 3 others, up to 3 others that you'd like to feel, or whatever feels right for you. I feel loved, supported, nurtured, and I feel loved, supported, nurtured, and now take a nice big deep breath. Come up to your 7th chakra. And we're going to say hello to our divine healing from the unseen forces, from your more spiritual and higher self. And just like little light sockets, feel yourself plugging in to you, to the divine, to your loved ones, to the world. Say to yourself, I am connected. I am connected. And I'd like you to ask your higher self for support, for guidance, for healing in an area of your life. The healing of, what is it you need a healing? Is there any legacy healing that needs to happen? This is a beautiful time to ask for support from your ancestors, from your more divine self, your sacred soul self. Breathing in love, no worry or challenge. Letting go of any constriction or fear. Breathing in the calmness and the presence of life. And letting go of anything of distracting energies. Breathing in you. And breathing out the love. Take a nice big deep breath. Put your hand on your heart. And let's think and feel 3 things that you are grateful for today. Now let's send some love to somebody who may need it, including yourself. And let's bring down a beautiful golden sun of light coming down through the heavens, coming down through this crown chakra. Down through your 6th, igniting your sense of knowingness and intuition. Let's allow our souls to help in the healings. As that golden light comes down through your 5th chakra, igniting your authentic, true expression. Moving down through the heart space with love, support, and nurturing, and whatever else you need to heal this week. As it moves down through your solar plexus, igniting that ability to empower and feel powerful within yourself. As it moves down through your 2nd chakra, I create energy. As it moves back down into the base of your spine, your root chakra, love of self. Love of self. It moves down through your legs, creating that strength and flexibility. Into your calves, down through your feet. Wiggle your toes. Say hello to your fun fairies. As it moves back down into Mother Earth, say to yourself, I am grounded. I am centered. All is well. I am healing in every part of my life. And life is moving forward exactly as it should be. Take a nice big breath. Release. And open your eyes. Now that you are grounded, cleared, and connected, let's move on to this week's message and life theme. As we move into the healing of, do you understand why there's not a word or something that I'm directing you to? What are you healing? We're healing each and every day. So the question is very personal, and it may change sometimes from day to day, week to week, in some cases, year to year. But I'd like you to bring forward in your own consciousness right now, what is it that you're healing within yourself? It's really easy to focus on what somebody else has to heal. If this person were acting this way, then everything would work out right. If my experience at work or wanting this project to take off, whatever it is, would be different, then I would feel healed in some way. But that's not always the case. It's just not. It's not about the outside world. It's how we feel about the outside world. So it's in response to. So you've heard me talk about the 405 freeway. I could be driving down the 405 freeway, upset, being late for a meeting, or I can be driving down the 405 freeway and I can be listening to music, having a good old time, even though I'm late for my meeting. I can have a cold or a health issue and say it means XYZ. Why does this keep happening to me? Or I can go, wow, this is my third cold this year. What's this about? So I'd like you to get curious with yourself. And if you can, take out a piece of paper and a pen. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to put, I am healing XYZ. I am healing XYZ. What is it you're healing? Okay. For people listening on demand, you can either stop the recording and get out a piece of paper. So I'd like you to identify what it is you're healing. So we're going to shake things up. And we're going to answer some questions as it relates to what it is you're healing. And this is going to seem a little random, but I think this is a really good way to invite the healing in. I'd like you to identify for yourself what is really wonderful about you. Over the last 6 months, what have you done right? What have you done right in your life? And I'd like you to write down a few things or an experience just so you can become aware of it. So what have you done right? And if you need more time, let me know in the chat. And you just know this is going to be a little bit of a talking point, so it's okay if you don't have it completely thought out yet. And the second question to that is, in these last 6 months, what has been so challenging? What has been so challenging that you're like, oh my gosh, this has really kicked my you-know-what? I'm going to give you a few more minutes to get that clear, at least bullet to some degree. Okay. And then the last question of this series of questions is, what have you learned about yourself over these last 6 months? What have you learned about yourself? Okay. What have you learned? So you might have a little essence of what it is, and if you need more time, you can always, in the on demand, can stop the recording. But what I'd like you to do for people that are here in the live session, we're going to go into a breakout room and we're going to talk about this. For those of you who are on demand, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to fully write this out, and then I'd like you to call a friend, call a mentor, whatever it is, and I'd like you to do this exercise with them in terms of these questions. What is it that I'm focusing on in terms of my own healing? What do I do well? What is it that is some of my biggest challenges? And what have I been learning? Okay. So the one extra thing that we're going to do when we're in the breakout room, and for those of you on demand, is that the person who is listening to you will share what they feel you do right. So you will say, somebody will say, for example, Nina, I think, or I'll say, what I think I do is I listen really well. And I've been really doing that and focusing on listening to people versus jumping into their space and healing. And so you'll share that with somebody, and somebody else will come back and say, wow, thank you for sharing. And you know, another thing that I think that you do really well, even if you don't know the person all that well yourself, what it is that's coming forward for you. Okay. And for those of you on demand, pick somebody that does know you, so then that way you can get the most benefit. But it doesn't have to be somebody that you know well. Sometimes it's kind of fun to have somebody to intuitively give them a hit. Okay. So we're going to break out just in 2 groups. Okay. And I will jump into one of the groups as well. But I want you to just, let's talk for just a few minutes. For those of you that are on demand, we'll be right back. So now that we have come back into the space, I hope that you are starting to get more aware of some things that may be coming up for you. It's much easier to focus on somebody else than it would be yourself. But I'd like you in your own healing this week to focus on what is right about you. What do you love about you? Can you heal those parts of yourself that reject the things that you do well, the things that you love about yourself? And even if you can't come up with something yourself, I'd like you to hear what other people are saying about you and just breathe that in as a healing this week. For all of us, for us to shift and raise our frequency, we're going to have to heal those parts of ourselves that are looking at the problem versus progress. Loving what we do right versus what we don't do wrong or make a mistake. The healing comes from within. It comes from having more compassion for ourselves and grace that we're doing the best we can. But we've got to be willing to go underneath the surface and be willing to heal and get curious about what we need to recover from, what we need to heal from, and what we need to love more within ourselves. The healing of. is individual to each and every one of us. But start with what is going right.
I hope you've enjoyed this week's Mindful Mondays. Be sure to join us this Friday for another episode of LifeBites as we get you inspired in the areas of life, business, and media. I'm your host, life, business, and energy coach, Nina Bosky. And remember, until next time, sometimes in order to speed up, you've got to learn how to slow down.